It is time for Litter Media Live. It's the Friday edition. On this June 20th, final few hours of spring is amongst us. Summer hits later this evening, and Mike will fill us in on that.
Mr. Science steps in.
I thought we agreed here a few years ago to no longer do any Mr. Science. Remember the moment where the scissors did not stick to your face?
Yeah, it kind of comes back every once in a while.
That was a moment made for
Hello.
radio and video in that respect as well. Hi, welcome to the show. I'm Dan Ramey. He's Mr. Science and the icon, Mike Smith, and Mr. I am just chilling. Mr. Hand 2 is off to our left there, Aaron Glandon. There he is.
You know, our younger audience, they don't even know who Mr. Science is or was.
Yeah.
Long time back. Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what the Bob Newhart character's name was on The Big Bang Theory. He was something like a Mr. Science, but I can't remember if it was Mr. Wizard or what they called him exactly. Look that up on Google, would you?
Yeah.
Okay, we got a thumbs up. He's
our
all
research
over it.
department.
All right, coming up, we'll take a look at what's making news as we head into the weekend. Sports, we've got our Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union. That'll be coming your way in sports. And this date in history, big. Big.
Bum, bum.
Big.
Bum, bum.
Do you have the answer?
Professor Proton.
Professor Proton was the name that Bob Newhart played, that character on The Big Bang Theory. All right. Right now, let's take a look at the forecast, and we've got some heat coming our way.
Yeah, I guess for the first day of summer, makes sense. The National Weather Service telling us that extreme heat watch, not a heat advisory yet. There's different classifications, but this is what they're using right now, extreme heat watch. It goes into effect Sunday afternoon through Tuesday night, where heat index on top of the actual temperature could hit as high as 104 on a couple of days. The actual mean temperature, MEAN, is going to be in the low to mid 90s. Now, what about summer? That officially arrives Eastern time tonight at 10:42 p.m. During the summer solstice, the sun is traveling along its northernmost path in the sky, and the Earth arrives at the point in its orbit where the North Pole is at its maximum tilt toward the sun. This results in the northern hemisphere receiving the longest period of sunlight hours and the most direct angle of sunlight all year.
Let's sum it up with saying it's the longest day.
Not to be confused with the movie about D-Day.
Precisely.
I suppose it's also because it's directly overhead, it may be your greatest opportunity to get sunburn.
Which means this needs to be covered by a hat.
A hat or a lotion or something like that.
Because there's no hair to cover that anymore.
But no rain in the forecast till next Thursday or Friday.
So it's going to be hot and no relief.
Exactly. We've been getting so much rain and we've been whining about too much rain. Well, we're going to find out no rain for the next week.
And you know what that means. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. All right, coming up, we'll take a look at what's making news for us. But first, let's tell you about Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. If your air conditioning's not working, you're going to know it over these next few days. Click on this ad anywhere you see it at littermedia.com, and it takes you to Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing's website, which is accuratehvac.com. Accurate, your trusted comfort advisor.
This is Andy Tomlinson. When ensuring what's important to you, our agents are there when you need us the most. Tomlinson Insurance, for the best coverage at the best cost. Visit us online at tomlinsonins.com to learn more.
Introducing the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. We want to put your pet in the spotlight. Pets with paws to pets with fins. If they gallop, crawl, or slither, play fetch, or simply curl up and snuggle. Send us a photo of your pet and we'll announce a new pet each week. And one pet will be crowned Pet of the Year. To nominate your pet, visit littermedia.com. Click on Pet of the Week. Tell us about your pet and be sure to include a photo. Watch Litter Media Live each Thursday for the announcement of the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. No purchase necessary.
Contest applications must be from Ohio residents and at least 18 years old.
Life. It can get on top of you quickly, can't it?
But with 211, it only takes one step to get connected to the help you need. 211 is always available to help. So get in touch today.
As a basketball coach and a dad, I need to be able to keep up.
Mark came to the Adina Orthopedic and Spine Institute in severe arm pain from a degenerative disc.
I was so confident in Dr. Fleming, he explained everything.
Together, they decided on minimally invasive spinal surgery to relieve Mark's pain and get him back to what matters most. At Adina, we do what we love, so you can too.
Going on right now, Hometown Motors Incorporated Spring Event Sale. Now remember, today's the last day of spring. We're trying to find out whether this is going to be extended or not. While supplies last, new riding tractors starting at $1699.99, zero-turn mowers at $3399.99, walk-behinds starting at $399.99, new chainsaws at $279.99, new blowers at $199.99, and new trimmers starting at $229.99. Hurry in while the selection lasts because it's flying off the shelves.
And plus, summer comes our way here in a few hours.
Yeah, Hometown
Yes.
Motors Incorporated, 818 Eastern Avenue in Chillicothe.
And I was texting while you were speaking with Scott Dyke down at Hometown Motors Incorporated to see if this is going to continue into spring, or into summer, I mean. Yeah. So we'll see. All right, littermedia.com. When you go to our website, you can click on any ad that you see there, and it takes you to the information on those advertisers, such as Hometown Motors Incorporated, where you could learn yet even more. You also find other information like stories that we've covered here of late. Our YouTube is there. You'll find Litter Media Radio there and a whole lot of other stuff too. You should make it daily viewing.
Absolutely.
Because it's beneficial news that you can use. And we start today with what story?
Allison Payton of Zane Trace High School is the new Miss Ohio teen, crowned earlier this week at the Renaissance Theater in Mansfield, Ohio. The program, guided by the Miss America organization, offers college scholarships and mentoring to young women who excel in their communities. Now, Payton's talent is dancing, but she also is very community-minded, and now she'll proceed into the National Miss America Outstanding Teen Program, which will be held in late July, but I'm not sure where that pageant is going to be held.
I caught part of her. It's, I believe, in Mansfield.
Mansfield? Back at Mansfield?
I believe so.
Wow.
I caught part of her dance performance, and she's got tapped down really well.
Yeah.
So
good for her.
See that and a lot more.
Pretty girl. Mm-hmm. Very pretty girl.
Adina Local Schools has been selected as an award recipient for the Comprehensive Literacy State Development Subgrant. That's $1.5 million. Spans kindergarten through grade 12 over the next 4 academic years. The grant monies will be utilized for literacy coaching and professional development in all grade levels, subject areas, as well as Orton Gillingham professional development as appropriate, too. So they'll spread that money around.
Yes, sir. The Village of Amanda over in Fairfield County will be doing mosquito spraying for, they call it fogging. That's coming up this Monday night at 8 o'clock, weather permitting. So if you have certain respiratory issues, you might want to make sure your windows are closed at 8 o'clock if you live in the Village of Amanda this coming Monday night.
Out of Eden is going to be taking the stage for you tonight at the Majestic Theater. It's the tribute to the Eagles, a 6-piece tribute band based out of Northeast Ohio. They've got all kinds of great music for you, and they'll also have the harmonies, too. Legendary Eagles, Don Henley, Joe Walsh, all the Eagles classic songs will be performed at the Majestic Theater. It is tonight. Tickets still available. Doors open at 6:30 and showtime is 7:30 p.m.
Cruise into summer with a scenic spin through Pickaway County. The Deer Creek Classic Car Show and Family Day is tomorrow. It is a lakeside celebration for all ages. Set against the backdrop of Deer Creek State Park's tranquil campground, the event blends nostalgia and nature with vintage vehicles, live demonstrations, and interactive activities like tie-dye crafts, critter meet and greets, and family games, as well as food trucks. Extend the fun with a weekend stay. You can camp under the stars or book a room at the lodge for a full getaway experience.
That looks like a car we need to have out on Yellow Day.
It's definitely yellow, yes.
Bring that by. Chili Pickle Classic is coming up this Sunday, a high-energy pickleball tournament supporting the Paper City Mentoring Project. This event brings together community leaders, pickleball enthusiasts, and change makers for a day of fun, friendly competition, and impact as well. Every dollar raised helps mentor young people, guiding them toward brighter futures. Registration's closed for the teams, but you can come support the event, which will be taking place down in Yaktangi Park beginning at 11:30 Sunday morning. Ricky Skaggs and Kentucky Thunder will be taking the stage this Sunday at Sugarloaf Mountain Amphitheater. It's an evening of country classics and bluegrass standards. This is a rain or shine event, and all sales are final. There will be no opening act. It's just Ricky and his band. The facility and parking lot opens up at 5 p.m. Showtime is 7 p.m. Tickets can be purchased at tecumsehdrama.com, and I'm going to be there. Mm-hmm. And I will not be emceeing anything like that. At least I've not been told I will be. But Litter Media is the official media partner of Tecumseh. And don't forget also, the Bluegrass in the Grass is going to be taking place. That will be tomorrow afternoon, 3:30 till 6:30 p.m. at Calvary Lutheran Church. My buddies from New Again will be performing. By Grace will also perform, and Paint and Main. 3 bluegrass bands. You won't want to miss them. And that is tomorrow, 3:30 to 6:30 p.m.
And going back to Ricky Skaggs, you had an interview with him talking about the show?
You can find that right here on our Facebook page. Did you ever put it on Spotify?
You never sent me the file.
It's all my fault.
But it's on YouTube, or is it?
It is not on YouTube.
It's on Litter Media Radio.
Litter Media
Yes,
Radio.
it is on Litter Media Radio, playing in the loop of all the other wonderful programming we have on Litter Media Radio.
All righty. Also, this weekend, the Knights of Columbus, Council 15793, will host their drive-through food distribution from 10 a.m. until noon tomorrow behind St. Peter's Church in the corner of Church and Water. And just remember, the event doesn't start till 10, so don't get there any earlier than that because it causes, frankly, a little bit of a traffic problem there. So if you have need of some food, there's also some diapers and things of that nature that they have free of charge for the needy while supplies last.
On our YouTube channel, our boy Wonder went up to Circleville for the Pickaway County Fair, and honestly, I think he put together his best video yet.
Is that right?
Yes. So if you want to see that, go to our YouTube channel. The Pickaway County Fair wraps up this weekend. Tonight, the grandstand entertainment is the truck and tractor pull. And then tomorrow night, of course, is the big demo derby. I'm sure they've got their big sales going on, too. So you can find out more at pickawaycountyfair.org. But also, go to our YouTube channel to check that out.
And we have a photo album on Facebook.
Yes.
That we do.
And seeing a lot of comments, good comments about a lot of those photos. And talking about summer and storms and things of that nature, oftentimes with that, you see lightning. Well, we have a story posted from the Ohio Emergency Management Agency, along with the National Weather Service and Ohio Committee for Severe Weather Awareness, promoting Lightning Safety Awareness Week, which starts Sunday of this weekend and runs through the 28th, encouraging all Ohioans to know what to do before, during, and after a thunderstorm, and to practice severe weather safety and preparedness throughout the summer. Now, if you've not looked into the story yet, we ask you to do so, because it not only has safety tips, but it also has myths about lightning. And I thought some of those were kind of interesting.
So you're talking Zeus type stuff.
Well, not maybe that far back, but things like lightning doesn't strike twice in the same place. That is not true. It can and has. I remember my dad, when he worked for the Air Force, he was telling us this when we were just little. Don't run in a thunderstorm because the friction between your legs, like if you're wearing jeans or something, can draw static electricity. I think that's probably been debunked since that time. But back then, that's what they were telling the people in the Air Force in their training.
Which side of your family wears the tin aluminum foil hats?
Well, my wife had that. We were copying, what was the movie, Signs? Yeah. That was Laura had the tin hat on, yeah.
I had been struck by lightning, and now this is not a big giant bolt, but this would have been the year after I graduated from high school. I was videotaping the marching band for Taste Valley at Logan Elm. And I had an umbrella in one hand, and in the other hand, I had the equipment.
Yeah.
So I'm walking through, and as I'm making my way into where the ticket gate is, I felt this warm sensation on my arm, and I thought, what is that? And I took a look over. It's a good thing that there was a wooden handle on it, but coming down the shaft was this little purple, blue bolt of lightning.
Yeah.
And I looked at the top of the umbrella, and you know where the little metal piece comes up out, there's a plastic part around it. That was fried.
Wow.
It was enough to capture my attention.
I bet.
It wasn't one of these, boom, he's been thrown over there like you would see in a movie, but it was enough to say, hey.
Drop the umbrella.
Right. What hair I did have went like this for a moment. All right, that's a look at what's making news for us. You can find out more when you go to our website. Did we have a road report? Did you do that already?
We can do it right now.
Okay.
Resurfacing project on US 35 between the Jackson County line and Vigo Road, which is partly in Ross County. At least one lane of traffic is being maintained, and that project is going through fall. Now, if you go to our website, road report page, we have everything that we talk about each day and many, many more during the construction season. But there's been 3 or 4 of those reports that have been extended because, for example, the state said the project would end in spring. Well, now some of those have been extended through fall. Like anything else, sometimes they get behind in the work. Maybe there's more problems there than they realize. So some of those projects have been extended. I hope you check that site because it's beneficial news you can use.
Precisely, at littermedia.com. Coming up, a look at sports, and we'll award our Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Player of the Week award presented by Homeland Credit Union. But first, let's tell you about Scioto Valley Dumpsters. 740-253-8389 is their contact information. When you click on this ad anywhere on littermedia.com, it's got their link to their Facebook page embedded in it. Go right there. They show you all kinds of stuff they're doing at Scioto Valley Dumpsters.
The Bean Foundation wants to raise awareness about suicide prevention by sharing 988. Trained crisis counselors are available to talk 24/7, 365 days a year. 988. Save the number. Save a life. To learn more about the Bean Foundation, click on this ad on littermedia.com.
Discover Ross County. From the breathtaking outdoor adventures to the historic sights of Chillicothe and family-friendly events and festivals. Explore more at visitchillicotheohio.com or download the free mobile app today.
Find a career you love with Pickaway Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Pickaway Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
Each week, we'll announce the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Littermedia Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union. And in December, we'll announce the Player of the Year. Nominate any amateur athlete by visiting littermedia.com and click on Player of the Week. You'll also see the players we've named throughout the year. Make your nomination today for the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Littermedia Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union. And it is time to tell you who that person is here today. All I need to do is find where it is on my script. The Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Littermedia Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union, is Sophia Williams. She is a middle school runner. I believe she's an incoming freshman, if I'm not mistaken now. And she won the OHSAA Middle School State Championship in the 400-meter run, a time of 58.28 seconds. That's the fourth fastest time since the OHSAA has been posting track records as of 2017. So congratulations to Sophia. You might notice the red hair. You also might relate her to being Hudson Williams' little sister.
Oh, there you go.
And Hudson was the pole vaulter we had on just a few weeks ago. So congratulations, and thank you, Carla DePew. This is her granddaughter, by the way.
Oh, okay.
And Hudson's her grandson.
Gotcha.
Yes. And that's part of where they get the red hair from, I think, too.
Makes total sense if you know Carla.
So if you want to see more of who those players are, just go to our website, littermedia.com, click on Players of the Week. You can see who all the players have been for 2025 and all of those for 2024 you'll see. And also keep in mind that if you want to make a nomination, simply send us an email, littermedia@gmail.com, and tell us about your player. And if you've got a photo, that'd be great too.
All right. Paints continuing their winning ways. They went 10 last night and won a nail biter against the Kings by a score of 6-5.
In a walk-off.
Woohoo!
And here it is. Nate Hill had the walk-off for you last night, tied at 5-5, and watch the picture. He is just walking right off. He knows exactly what happened. And keep watching him, Coach Watt. And I'm sure there's profanity right there. But here comes the ice and everything else.
So Paints keep winning.
Tonight is their first party with the Paints of the season. Budweiser presenting that for you. Puma Reveal is going to be playing live music after the game.
Major League last night, both the Reds and Guardians failed to sweep their respective series. The Reds losing to the Twins yesterday, 12-5. They're on in St. Louis tonight to start a weekend set against the Cardinals. The Guardians losing yesterday to the Giants by a score of 2-1. And in the NBA, everybody loves a Game 7. Last night in Game 6, the Pacers walloped the Thunder 108-91. Game 7, they've run the string out. That's back in Oklahoma City this Sunday night at 8 o'clock.
I was looking, the Guardians are still on the West Coast. They play the Athletics tonight.
Wherever they're playing their games now.
Yeah, that's why I said the Athletics.
It's like a hodgepodge. We're playing here and there.
Because they're supposed to be in Las Vegas eventually, right?
Yes.
Are they still building that stadium?
Yeah. I think they're still a year or two out. So
okay.
All right, this date in history coming up next from 1975. Ooh, if you're afraid to go in the water because
I hear
of
a
this.
cello.
Yeah, that's coming up next. Litter Quality Propane, custom tank colors and wraps. Find out how a propane tank can be beautiful at litterpropane.com.
Whenever I first applied for the ArchWiz opportunity, do I have to pay this back? Do I have to do that? Like, is it a loan? And it's not. It's a scholarship. A goal of mine is to graduate college debt-free. If you're a crew member, you get $2,500 a year, and if you're a manager, you get $3,000. And especially if you're going locally to college, like to the branch or something like that, it's really helpful.
Tecumseh. Fascinating. Captivating. Mesmerizing. Tecumseh.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch just to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing, download the Kingston National Bank Mobility app today.
Now that's one fast mower. Take command of your lawn with Dixie Chopper, the world's fastest lawnmower.
We're just talking off air about Mike losing his man card because he doesn't grill.
I want it to be edible.
Yes.
Do you remember on this date in 1975, if you were one of the first to get to the movie theaters when the movie Jaws went to the screen on this date in 1975? 50 years ago, folks. Coming up out of the blue. It became the first blockbuster summer movie to ever exceed $100 million in ticket sales. The movie's production, now get this, was $12 million, which was actually over budget due to repeated technical difficulties with the mechanical shark on the set. Bruce is what they called the mechanical shark, but they finally got it. There's actually a 30-minute feature about the making of the movie and how many times this movie almost didn't even get off the ground. Help me. Matt Hooper, actor's name. American Graffiti. Oh, wasn't that terrible? Academy Award winner. He was actually going out and telling people, my career is over. This movie is horrible. And when they started seeing the results at the movie theater.
Would you be speaking of Richard Dreyfuss?
Richard Dreyfuss, thank you. Thank you.
You should have said, what about Bob?
What about Bob? Well, yeah. And obviously the movie is one of the more iconic, some of the most iconic lines. You got to get a bigger boat, things like that. 50 years ago today, Jaws hits the big silver screen.
Makes the big splash.
Yes, sir.
As it were. All right, that's a look at the program today because our producer needs to run.
He's got to run.
And
it's not anything to do with the bathroom or anything like that. He's got a job he's got to do.
He might want to hit that before he leaves.
Yeah, and we may see some of this on Monday's show, possibly.
I'm going to try to get a photo album up today.
Okay. So
and an interview with Miranda Vance.
So keep looking for that. This guy's an eager beaver today. Don't discourage him. Keep going, man.
Goodness.
Keep going.
I bet that's from where he got soaked during the truck parade.
Well, it's news. So I need to get it up.
Beneficial news.
See,
he's learning.
It's taken 2.5 years.
Praise the Lord.
But he's finally
Hallelujah.
on board with us. All right. That's a look at today's program. Thank you so much for joining us. And thank you, Aaron, for being a good sport.
You're wonderful. I'm going to give him a big kiss where he leaves.
Oh, my. He may be leaving sooner than we thought.
There he goes.
Yeah, you don't need to do that.
There he went.
All right. Have a great weekend. Welcome to summer.
Yeah.
We'll see you soon.